Reacher's viewing data proves it's Prime Video's most important show, hinting that it'll run well beyond Season 4. Prime Video's Reacher has become far more than just a successful adaptation of Lee Child's beloved Jack Reacher novels. It's quietly evolved into the streaming platform's flagship franchise. With viewership numbers that continue to soar and social media buzz that refuses to die down long after each season airs, Reacher is proving to be Prime Video's most essential show. And the data doesn't just reflect success, it signals longevity. All signs point to Reacher being built for a long run, potentially stretching well beyond the already confirmed 4th season. From surprise hit to streaming juggernaut, when Reacher premiered its first season in February 2022, few could have predicted the seismic impact it would have. Based on Lee Child's first Jack Reacher novel, Killing Floor, the series starred Alan Ritchson as the towering ex-military investigator, a casting choice that delighted fans of the books, who had long complained that Tom Cruise's 2 film appearances, while entertaining, lacked the physical presence that defined the literary Reacher. Within days of its release, Reacher Season 1 cracked the Nielsen streaming top 10, racking up over 1.8 billion minutes viewed in its debut week. That placed it ahead of far more established series and franchise fare, no small feat for a gritty action thriller that relied more on blunt force and methodical mystery than big-budget spectacle. The success was swift and undeniable. Prime Video renewed Reacher for Season 2 just 3 days after Season 1 premiered. The numbers didn't lie, audiences wanted more Reacher, and they wanted it now. Season 2 only cemented its dominance. While some shows suffer from sophomore slumps, Reacher Season 2 avoided that trap entirely. In fact, it doubled down on what made the first season work while expanding the scope. Adapting Bad Luck and Trouble, the second season brought back Reacher's old military police unit for a revenge-fueled conspiracy thriller. The added ensemble dynamic, sharper pacing, and deeper emotional stakes not only pleased fans but pulled in even more viewers. According to Samba TV, Reacher Season 2 was watched by 1.7 million U.S. households in its first 3 days, a significant increase from Season 1. Nielsen reported that Reacher maintained a position in the top 10 most streamed original series for several weeks in a row. The series even dominated global markets, breaking into the top 3 most watched shows in multiple countries according to FlixPatrol. Amazon itself touted the show's success, with Reacher reportedly becoming one of its most binged shows ever, with over 75% of viewers finishing episodes within 24 hours of release. That kind of engagement is digital gold, a sign of not just casual interest, but addiction-level audience loyalty. Prime Video's crown jewel, Amazon has always had a somewhat eclectic streaming catalog. While it hosts massive shows like The Boys, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and The Lord of the Rings of Power, none of them have managed to blend accessibility, critical praise, and consistent viewership quite like Reacher. Where The Boys is ultra-violent and edgy with a somewhat niche comic book appeal, and The Rings of Power demands a heavy time and lore investment, Reacher hits a sweet spot, straightforward, action-packed, grounded in reality, and endlessly watchable. It's the perfect dad show, but in this case, that's a compliment. It appeals to viewers who love 24, NCIS, Justified, and even Sherlock. It doesn't demand deep mythology. Each season is relatively self-contained. Its protagonist is iconic but uncomplicated. And it's carried by Ritchson's charisma, whose physicality and dry wit provide both tension and levity. For Prime Video, Reacher has become the most reliable engine in its lineup. It consistently draws massive audiences without requiring rings of power-level budgets. It doesn't generate controversy. It doesn't divide viewers. It simply works, week after week, episode after episode. The franchise potential is massive. Lee Child has written 28 Jack Reacher novels with more on the way, plus several short stories and novellas. That gives Prime Video something rare in modern TV, near endless source material. While some shows struggle to stretch a premise beyond a few seasons, Reacher has decades of stories to draw from, each one a fresh mystery in a new town, with new allies and new enemies. And unlike more serialized streaming series that suffer from fatigue and overcomplicated mythology, Reacher's episodic yet seasonal approach is tailor-made for long-term sustainability. Each season can be its own story. There's no need to worry about character bloat or arc saturation. Reacher simply walks into a new place, solves a problem usually by punching people through walls, and walks away. This structure isn't just convenient, it's genius. It allows for creative freedom while maintaining brand consistency. It gives viewers a satisfying beginning, middle, and end each season. It avoids the common trap of cliffhanger fatigue. And most importantly, it offers the perfect platform to showcase Ritchson's star power again and again. Alan Ritchson, the reluctant star who became irreplaceable. When Amazon first cast Alan Ritchson, he wasn't exactly a household name. Best known at the time for supporting roles in shows like Titans and Blue Mountain State, he brought a physical presence and quiet intensity that echoed the Reacher of the books. But what no one predicted was just how perfectly he would become Jack Reacher. Ritchson's performance blends stoic stillness with unexpected moments of warmth and wit. He's more than just a brute force action hero, he's thoughtful, observant, and quietly charming. Fans have responded not just to his biceps, but to the empathy behind the violence. And with each season, Ritchson has grown more comfortable in the role, evolving from a solid lead to a full-on franchise anchor. In many ways, Reacher has done for Ritchson what Jack Ryan did for John Krasinski, redefined him as a serious leading man with mass appeal. And unlike some stars who grow weary of long commitments, Ritchson seems fully committed to carrying the franchise forward. Beyond Season 4, what's next? Amazon has already confirmed Reacher Season 3, which will adapt Persuader, one of the most beloved and brutal entries in the book series. Production on Season 3 wrapped in early 2024, and Season 4 is reportedly in active development, a rare double greenlight that shows Amazon is fully invested. But it's not hard to imagine the show running far longer. If each season adapts a single novel, Amazon could potentially mine Reacher for 10 or more seasons without running out of steam. They could also begin experimenting with anthology spin-offs, prequel episodes about Reacher's military police days, or even films exploring standalone short stories. The franchise possibilities are immense. There's also the possibility of building out an expanded Reacherverse, with recurring supporting characters like Frances Neagley Maria Sten or new allies from Reacher's past getting their own limited series. While this would need to be handled carefully, the audience loyalty is clearly there, and Amazon knows it. The data doesn't lie. Ultimately, this isn't just about fandom, it's about cold, hard metrics. Reacher is one of the rare shows where the numbers and the buzz perfectly align. It draws consistent viewership. It inspires constant social conversation. Its completion rates are high. Its renewal turnaround is lightning fast. And it costs a fraction of what Prime's tentpole fantasy and sci-fi shows do. For Amazon, it represents the ideal modern streaming show, easily bingeable, massively rewatchable, built on sturdy IP, and led by a star with both physical appeal and authentic acting chops. The message is clear: Reacher isn't just a hit. It's the hit. And unless something dramatic changes,